Hi guys, welcome back to Jay's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing another type of rasam. As I mentioned in my previous video when I was doing lemon rasam, I mentioned that there were a lot of varieties of rasam in a South Indian dish. So today I'm going to be making another type of rasam, which is the most simplest one and most regularly done in a normal household, which is tomato rasam. So let us see what are the ingredients we need for this tomato rasam. So for this tomato rasam, of course, we need tomatoes. I'm using diced canned tomatoes, hing, or as you call it, asafoetida powder, ghee. You can even use regular canola oil, whatever oil that you're using, it doesn't matter. And then a dried chili, which we'll be using about 1 or 2 broken ones. And then rasam powder. You can actually make your own, like I mentioned in my previous lemon rasam video. You can use your own homemade rasam powder, but here I'm using a ready-made rasam powder. And then we have tamarind. Of course, we have turmeric a little bit. And then we have jaggery. Jaggery is an Indian brown sugar, and also our spices, which I'll mention later what spices we'll be using. And here we have a sprig of curry leaf, about 4 large cloves of garlic, and also finally cilantro, which we're going to garnish our rasam with. So let me get the ingredients and then we'll start making the rasam. So here I've prepared the ingredients. So I have my 2 teaspoons of rasam powder, roughly about 1/8 of turmeric, and then we have our hing, which we are going to put in about a pinch. And my tomatoes, I have roughly about 1.5 cup. You can even add in extra if you'd like it more tomatoes, about 2 cups, but I have 1.5 cup here. And I have 2 teaspoons of jaggery. You can even add more to your preference. And a little bit of tamarind soaked in hot water. And I have my 4 cloves of garlic that I've crushed, and my sprig of curry leaves, 2 pieces of chili that I've cut into half and removed the seeds, and my bunch of cilantro that I have chopped into small with the stem. And what we'll be using is, we'll be using our cumin, mustard, and also our fenugreek, which I'm going to be putting roughly about 1 teaspoon of this spoon each. So let's start making our rasam. So here I'm going to add in a little bit of ghee. So I've added the ghee into the pan, and now I'm going to add in my spices. So a teaspoon of my mustard, a teaspoon of my fenugreek, and a teaspoon of my cumin. So I'm going to lightly saute it. And following, I'm going to add in my pounded ginger, my curry leaf, and my dried chili. And I'm going to allow it to fry for a minute or so. So after it's been frying for a couple of minutes, I'm going to add in here my tomato. Cook it a little bit, and then I'm going to add in my turmeric. So in goes my turmeric. And I'm going to let it cook a little bit, and at the same time I'm going to add in some salt. What will happen is the salt will help the tomatoes cook a little bit faster. So we're going to allow this tomatoes to cook for about 2 minutes. And of course, while this is cooking, I'll be adding a little bit of hing, asafoetida powder, just roughly about like a pinch. And then we are going to allow this to cook for another minute or so. So after cooking about 2 minutes, I'm going to add in my rasam powder, and then I'm going to add in my jaggery, and I'm just going to let it saute this and let it cook for about a minute more before we add in the tamarind. So after about a minute of cooking the tomatoes again together with the jaggery and rasam powder, I'm going to add in my tamarind. So I'm going to give it a quick mix and let it cook for another 2 minutes. Just going to let it cook for 2 minutes. So now I'm going to be adding, mixing this, and I'm going to be adding some water to this mixture. So here you can add as much as water as you want, depending how much of the rasam that you would like, whether you like it thick or you like it thin. So I'm adding this much of water, and then right now what you do is you're going to allow the a little bit more, because I've always liked my rasam to be a bit liquidy, very watery. So I'm going to allow my rasam to shimmer about 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to lower the heat to simmer, and we're going to allow this to simmer and boil for another 3 to 5 minutes. So as you can see here, my rasam is boiling. I've allowed it to boil, and now I'm going to lower my heat to simmer. I'm going to allow it to simmer for another 3 to 5 minutes. So we're going to let it slowly simmer in this heat for about 3 to 5 minutes. So it's been simmering for about 3 to 5 minutes. So what you do is you can check whether your rasam has enough of sourish sweetness, and if you need to add anything more, you can always add in even while it's shimmering. So my rasam is perfect. So towards the end, what we're going to do is we're going to be adding in our cilantro. If you're happy with all the ingredients and you don't want to add any more salt or sugar, the jaggery towards the end, then you can just add in the cilantro. And you can switch off your heat. So this is our tomato rasam. So we have our tomato rasam here. It's all done, and the taste should be sweet, soury, and salty a little bit. So not too much, not too less. So it's always up to your preference. So this is our tomato rasam for today. Thank you so much for watching me make my tomato rasam today. Please try it at home and let me know how it turned out. If you like my video today, give me a thumbs up, like my video. Please share it among your friends and on your social media. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Rainbows and Butterflies Forever. If you haven't, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll always know when a new video comes out from my YouTube channel to your email. So till I see you in my next video, in my next recipe, I will see you then.